4 Democrats and 1 Republican are running for 2 seats on the Story County Board of Supervisors. The Tribune asked the candidates 7 questions. This is the final question. Should a portion of the increased property taxes from wind farm projects be used for economic development?
TIF works best for something like paying off debt service, which is what a lot of the cities use it for. Is, if you're going to do a project that you can bond for, can we use TIF funds instead of our debt service levy to do that? So it really depends on what you want to do with it. I think there has to be a plan in place before you do that. You could also just say, you know what, we're getting X number of dollars more because we have this wind farm. Let's put that aside for a project. But I think you have to have a plan. You don't want the money chasing a plan. You want a plan and then see how you can fund it.
We've got to do something to increase our economic development funds and the way we participate in Story County. I'm not convinced that that's by going into those wind farms and tiffing that money or taking that money in that way, because we can't afford to do it and hurt our school systems or hurt our towns. Now, if there's a way to do it and not hurt our school systems, not hurt our towns, yeah, I think it's completely appropriate, because we've got to find a way to do some more funding of our economic development, and we've just got to be creative about how we do it without hurting other entities.
The county, I think, absolutely should be taking at least our portion of this and dedicating that money to something productive. And there's 2 ways of looking at this. One, under the current system we have now, the school district, and it's one school district called UNESCO, is going to get money from this, and Story County is going to get money from this. So Story County needs to take the money, the new money that we're going to get from this, I believe we should be dedicating to something. Right now, we're just kind of putting it in the pot, and it's just getting kind of squandered. I think we need to take that money off and put it in a special account and use it for specific things that we want to do, whether it's economic development or whether it's fixing roads or bridges or fixing our trails. But we really need to do something specific with that money, and I think that's really important for the county.
I know that the people that live in the north and the northeast part of the county, that's where the wind farms are at. And I think there's some feeling that that's, they're up here, we live with them day to day. That's the money that we need to improve our school systems and other things like that. I think maybe could we make a compromise? I mean, I think those wind farms are going to generate quite a bit of tax revenue. If the people in that part of the county think that that they've got a claim to that money more than the rest of the county, then let's sit down and listen to what their concerns are and see if we can come up with some idea that's maybe not necessarily make everybody happy, but maybe people can live with. Economic development is important, and if there's some way that we can stimulate some economic development, I think that's something that we need to look at as a county. And those tax dollars are certainly attractive, but I think to funnel all those tax dollars into economic development would be shortchanging the people that live up in that part of the county.
Just leave it on the table and let the supervisors and the department heads decide who's the most needy there. I know Ames has shunned away from some of the blue collar jobs in the past. I've been here 50 years, so I've seen a lot of it. But we need to get more in here.